What's up, you insatiable movie collecting maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and it is time for another Quickie movie haul video. Like always, got a bunch of interesting stuff to showcase, and it runs the gamut of all genres, from old to new, horror to action to I got some superhero stuff in there too as well. But yeah, some interesting stuff. So let's get right into it. First up is like a still have a cough, by the way. First one up is a very weird looking movie that I've been interested in checking out. Came out by Vinegar Syndrome. It's an 80s surf movie. And it's a second movie. I don't know if there's a first movie of this. I don't really know much about it. But the movie I'm talking about is Surf 2. And it's got a beautiful, beautiful slipcover here. And, oh my. And, like, if you followed the channel, you know that I'm not a big slipcover guy. But I think I'm starting to turn around. Oh my. But this slipcover is pretty cool, pretty badass, very colorful. Love the art on it. And then the inside here looks like the original kind of poster art. Surf 2, the end of the trilogy. See, none of this makes any sense to me, so I gotta watch this. Because part 2 is the third in a trilogy. I don't know what the hell's going on. But it looks like it's a wacky surf 80s comedy with Eric Stoltz in the lead. He was pretty famous back in the 80s, being in different teen movies back then. But his biggest claim to fame is being the guy who was supposed to be Marty McFly, where 60% of Back to the Future was filmed with him in the lead role, and then they cut him out and replaced him with Michael J. Fox and filmed all of his scenes over again. Which still blows my mind, because that movie's seamless to me and classic all the way through. So I don't know how the hell they pulled that off. But Surf 2, I don't know. If any of you guys know anything about Surf 2, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what I'm in for with this movie. But yeah, never watched it. First time in the collection. Surf 2. I don't know. Insane. But let's move it on to a movie. A lot of people saw this one. Came out last year, I believe. Made tons of money. Was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. The movie's SpiderMan No Home, the 4K Ultra HD edition with Blu-ray and the digital on there. Yeah, it was just a pretty interesting movie dealing with the multiverse kind of thing. You had the old Spider-Mans in the picture there with Tobey Maguire. I can't remember the name of that other guy. But yeah, he was in it. And yeah, it was just interesting the way that they came back into the... You had William Dafoe there, all the old baddies from the old movies. Really interesting film. Yeah, this whole Marvel phase, I know this was partly Sony, so they had mostly to do with how it turned out. But yeah, the Marvel stuff is just... I don't know what the hell's going on. Kind of gonna see Ant-Man this coming weekend with my daughter. But yeah, this phase has been shit. But this was a good movie, a fun movie, so I picked it up. And yeah, first time in the collection because it just came out, so can't really own it prior. But let's move it on to a movie that I own, that I love, one of my most favorite Hammer horror films, because it takes the Hammer horror kind of quality and jam-packs it with Shaw Brothers martial arts action, and it's pretty much batshit crazy insane. Really awesome stuff. But the movie I'm talking about is The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. Peter Cushing is in this one, does fantastic. But it's a really interesting combination of Hammer Studios with Shaw Brothers, just kind of making an interesting vampire tale that mostly falls into the martial arts kind of category. So it's really interesting to see a horror movie from that point of view with Peter Cushing kind of doing his thing, and it's just a really awesome atmospheric film with some pretty cool scenes, some cool characters, and the concepts are just pretty awesome. So definitely one of my favorites. I think I reviewed it years and years and years ago on the channel, so definitely check that one out. But I owned it prior, and I don't know if it was just like a single release of it or if it's in my Hammer box set. It's way up there at the top shelf. But yep, Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires, badass stuff. Love me some Hammer horror, and when you throw Shaw Brothers in the mix, how can you not love it? Well, let's move it on to a very odd, weird, strange film. This one is like touted as kind of an Evil Dead ripoff, and I could see that bits and pieces of it, but it's its own kind of unique beast. Very odd, very unusual, ridiculously weird, and I don't think I've reviewed this one, but I have to double check, because if I didn't, I'm probably going to do a review for this one. The movie I'm talking about is Demon Wind, and yeah, it's strange. It's just pretty much a group of teenagers with all the stereotypes across the board show up at this one of the guys' family home that just the demons loose in it, and they kind of get trapped there and are fighting for their lives, and the demons screw with them. Yeah, possessing people, all kinds of fun stuff. So it does have a lot of that Evil Dead elements to it, but it's definitely its own beast. Really, really strange and unusual. I wouldn't say it's like an amazingly done film, but it's definitely out there. But yeah, that is Demon Wind, and never had it in the collection before. I apologize for the coughing. This has been going on for more than a week, and I can't take it anymore. But yeah, first time in the collection. And it's just an interesting film in general. So let's move it on to another interesting film. This one's just all kinds of bizarre and weird. And I definitely reviewed this one on the channel, and I know it was a long time ago. But the movie I'm talking about is the Japanese haunted house film, batshit crazy haunted house film, called House. I believe it's like Houseu or something like that. But yeah, House is insane. It's very weird, bizarre, cartoonish in parts, like almost Looney Tunes cartoonish. This is the Criterion release. I never even said this is Vinegar Syndrome released Demon Wind. But Criterion put this one out, and it is just fantastic. Totally, totally obscure and weird. And definitely something that you need to check out. If you like that kind of stuff and you haven't seen this one, Japanese cinema in general is strange, but this one really just kind of shoots it through the roof. And like I said, reviews on the channel, definitely hunt that one down if you want to kind of get a better frame of reference of how weird the movie is. I mean, just to put it bluntly, a piano comes to life and eats somebody and hacks their limbs off with the piano strings. I mean, you can't make this shit up, but they can apparently. House, really awesome, amazing, weird, unusual film. Love it, and love that I have it in the collection. I believe I did not own the DVD release of it prior, because I wanted to hunt this one down, so it's now in the collection, and I'm better for it. But let's move it on to another new one. This one came out last year. Another superhero one that I picked up. A 4K Ultra HD release. And it is of The Batman. Which I know people have opinions on. I mean, superhero movies in general have a lot of like disagreements about what's good and what's not and all that different stuff. I've loved... I mean, I enjoy all the Batman iterations throughout the years, even the ridiculous ones like Batman and Robin. But this one was a, you know, interesting take on it, more grounded, more dire and kind of goth, I guess. But I think Robert Pattinson does a good enough job in it. But I do enjoy the brooding nature of everything, and thought the story was interesting for the most part. And yeah, soundtrack was pretty badass. But yeah, interesting film. So I decided to pick it up, put it in the collection. Not much to say about that one. Next up is a very awesome and beautifully crafted, I want to say this was a French sci-fi film. Let's just say it is. It came out in 1984. I believe it's a French one. Delta Space Mission. And I did a like a weird kind of like vignette of like imagery and stuff in this movie sometime last year. So if you want to check that one out. But really cool stuff. Very weird, trippy kind of sci-fi stuff. Definitely can feel like the French feel in that. Yeah, really cool. That little Star Wars stuff. It's really just interesting. It's like heavy metal, but even like stranger. But I mean, you can tell from the animation right there, very odd stuff. And Deaf Crocodile put this one out, which they've been putting a lot of like random strange ones out there that I've been picking up. But this one is definitely awesome because I love animation. Really love sci-fi, so great combination. And this cough is getting worse. How is that even possible? It's because I'm talking. Usually I don't talk that much throughout the day. But let's move it on to the next one. Another sci-fi film. This one, I don't even know what country did this one. I don't know. But the movie I'm talking about is, or trying to talk about, is Battle of the Worlds. That kind of, it's a release that just came out of an older film. I can't even know what the year is on this one. 1961, early 60s sci-fi extravaganza. But I have yet to see it, so I don't have much to say about it. But as you know, I'm a huge sci-fi movie freak. I love the 60s stuff. This had a lot of interesting ideas back then for the genre. But the Film Detective put this out, and I picked it up because usually all their releases are really, really awesome, so I usually pick up whatever they put out, and this one looks like it's no exception to the rule. But Battle of the Worlds. And let's finish it off with something sweet and a little weird before I keel over and die from coughing. But it's a collection of 3 movies from interesting character from a Czech filmmaker. It's some of the stories have been kind of adapted like into different movies throughout the years that you might have heard of. But this collects 3 of his films, kind of short films, but they're all fantastic in animation styles, very, very unusual and creative. But this is the 3 Fantastic Journeys by Carl Zeman. I think that's how you say it, Carol Zeman. But awesome stuff. I think I actually even reviewed one of them on here. The 3 films are Journey to the Beginning of Time, which I think I might have reviewed that one. Invention for Destruction, and then the last one is The Fabulous Baron Munchausen, which has been made into a Terry Gilliam film. I believe he directed that one. And just that story in general is kind of famous throughout the years. But this is a Criterion release, and it is just really crafted beautifully. Like there's a whole slip cover here, and then kind of opens up into all this other stuff. There's write-ups and all kinds of interesting things in here. All kinds of treasures. I can get it back together, okay? But yeah, I hunted these down back in the day and just found some with bad quality like online and kind of fell in love with it. And then when I saw they were releasing this sometime like a year and a half ago, I knew I wanted to get it in the collection because these are really treasured old animated films that are really, really special, really interesting, and the years on them are from 1955 for Journey to the Beginning of Time, 1958, An Invention for Destruction, and then The Fabulous Baron Munchausen is 1962. But yeah, definitely check out these films, or just kind of look for a trailer of them, just to see what the animation style is, because it's almost like, I don't know how you can even describe it. It has a lot of that Terry Gilliam kind of feel with his animation. I can't remember who animated those things. Like, my mind's blank at the moment for it, but it's got that same kind of style where it's almost like pictures moving, like cut out clip art and stuff of pictures. It's very different, so, but it's very beautifully shot, and a lot of sepia tones in there, but really cool. That journey, the Journey to the Beginning of Time is like a dinosaur film where these kids go on an adventure and go back in time somehow and see like prehistoric woolly mammoths and different dinosaurs and stuff like that. So it's a really cool kind of educational almost short, but it's really awesome. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut that short before I start coughing again. Focus. All right, but guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below, because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you the next time I'm in front of a camera talking about movies. I hope you guys are doing good out there. I'll eventually get rid of this cough. I don't know how I did the last 3 reviews. I filmed them yesterday or the day before, back to back, and like hardly coughed throughout the whole thing. So I made it through, but now it's persistent. It's back again. I don't know what to do. But yep, take care, stay out of trouble, and I will see you guys later. See ya. Now get out.